Hello! It is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon111, and welcome back to Forager. Skull Boots. Move speed increased by 30%. Gives a 15% chance to dodge attacks. Hooray! That just got available once I started the game. I was walking over here to check on the shrine, which looks like it is ready to go. So in case we get some nice digging spots, let's go ahead and clear this place so that it's ready to go and give us tons of diggy spots. And I'll go ahead and manually pick up this flower and manually destroy that last grave and then hit this up. Actually, let's go ahead, since I have some landfill, and go ahead and fill in a few squares over here. Now we'll hit up the shrine. Scholar or Industrious? I'm gonna choose Scholar again. And this time I got a wizard scroll. Great. And my inventory is full? Really? My inventory is full. Right, crafted items are immediately going into my inventory due to the kind of like boon buff thing that we got recently. And as a result... Well, at this point, it's going to take up all my leather, though. I have leather that's got to be devoted to other things in the near term. Let's see. Well, these are star scrolls. I could just go ahead and use them to get them out of my inventory. So let's go ahead and use them up here where there's a bunch of crystals around. Yikes. There's also a big bad guy. So I'm going to deal with said bad guy first. Hello, bad guy. I'm going to hide behind this crystal for a moment, and then I'm going to kill you with my Thunder Rod. And then I'm going to come over here with my... let's come over... Let's just hope that the crystal, that the star doesn't fall on my shrine. Where did it land? There it is. Alright, let's find a place for it. More star shard stuff for me. And let's go ahead and use another one. This one's coming right at the very top of the screen. Alright, more star shards for me. Great. So... In any case... my inventory is full. I really need to just make some vaults. That's something I can do off camera, so let me organize some inventory on my own. Okay, I've done some inventory management. I could still afford to do more, but I think we've done enough for right now. And so what I want to do is I want to come up here and try using... let's go ahead and actually just get my pickaxe to break away in here. But I want to try using a scroll that I just got that is called a Wizard Scroll. Transforms natural objects around you into animals. So if I use this... Neat! These all turn into cows and chickens and sheep and such. And so that means I'll be able to get lots of leather, because I can kill these guys. And they're within range of my lighthouses, so we're going to get lots of extra animal hide from these guys. So this will be good. And I'm trying to interact with the animals before I kill them, when possible, so that I can possibly shear the sheep or get eggs from the chickens. But lots of animals over here came running over to the animal lure. And just kind of one by one killing them, and we're getting lots of animal hide. Alright. And just like that, I have like hundreds of hide. So that was totally worth it. I'm glad I chose the Scholar buff. Okay, so now I'll be able to make plenty of leather, and basically that problem is solved for probably the near future. So let's start crafting up some leather. I'll craft half of it over here, and I'll craft the other half over here. Okay, one problem down. Always so many things to do in this game. Robotic shovel is still pinned. We're doing good on plastic. We need more electronics, and we need void roses. Speaking of, I might be able to find those at a market. Milk I might need at some point, and so I'm going to grab it. Green pigment's a little bit annoying, so I'm going to grab it. Leather, sure. Always useful. It's not too expensive. Purple pigment, also good. Alright, that feels great. Bottled oil. Let's make more of that I will need for various things. Okay, so big picture for today. I would like to try to deal with the boss battle that's inside the desert cave thingy. So I want to go after that. I'd have to do some digging to get that, and we better to have the robotic shovel already. Let's see. Voidstone. They are cheap. I'm going to go ahead and buy them. I don't remember what we need them for later. But I think we will want them. Druid scrolls. I don't really need those types of natural resources, just like trees and things. And I don't need any of these things either. Okay. So I don't need to buy anything else for my markets. Double items. Extra leather for me. Hooray. In terms of preparedness for going into... Oh, hey, we got a little squiddy thingy. In terms of preparedness for going into the boss battle, it would be good to have... I remembered what the something is. It was to have the best gloves and boots that I have so I can increase my attack speed for attacking. So let's go ahead and craft up the skull gloves. And the next boots would take 10 royal clothing to get me more dodge chance. And I might be able to make that as well. I think it's time for yet another sewing station. And I'm not really doing much with the space over here by the ferry. So let's just go ahead and throw down another sewing station, let's say right here. And I can use it to start crafting some royal clothing. And then while I'm doing that, I would like to try to work on some stuff that goes in the museum. And so we have a bunch of kind of like rare things that you can fish up. And so I'm just going to grab a few of them into my inventory. I think these are all the ones that I have so far. So let's head over to the museum. And one of the groups of museum artifacts, I think, is labeled archaeology. And it just has a bunch of like rare things that you either dig up or fish up. And we have a bunch of them. So, archaeology. Anchor. This thing. This thing. This. So I just need a frozen relic dug up in the north, and the dino egg, which I think is dug up in the forest, I think? Or possibly in the south, I can't remember. I don't have an obelisk going, so let's get the foraging obelisk going, just so I have some kind of bonus. Alright, and then let me put these things back to get them out of my inventory. Skull gloves! Attack speed increased by 30%. Hooray! And crystal gloves would take a lot. Crystal boots won't take quite as much, but either way I'm going to need more royal clothing ASAP. So let's just go ahead and craft up as much of that as I can. And I have the resources to craft up another spirit orb, so I'm going to start working on that as well. Because I think I really need management, I think is the name of the thing, that enables me to automatically send inventory items into vaults, so that things I'm crafting don't end up in my own inventory and then I have to manually go and put them in vaults. Because that's kind of weighing me down right now. Also, there was a scroll there that I didn't pick up. It's a sage scroll. That'll give us a bunch of experience. And one of our shrines is ready to go. I suppose there's a chance that it'll end up giving us excavator, and I would like to try to dig up as many spots as possible on this island. And so to that end, I'm going to clear this island before actually activating the shrine. Okay, the island has been cleared. Let's see what we get. We can get industrious or builder. I'll take industrious, and then I'm just going to make sure that all of my crafting stations are busily crafting. And yeah, it looks like we're mostly in pretty good shape. I could probably make some paper here, just to have something crafting up. I don't need that much paper, but we'll have it going while Industrious is going in any case. And I could craft something here as well. Might as well make the skull bow. Eventually I'll want to upgrade that, so I'll go ahead and do it now. And it'll be working twice as fast. There's the skull bow. Deals bonus damage to bosses. Nice. And then there was just a normal digging spot here that I wanted to dig up, just in case we got lucky and got a frozen relic. Hooray, we got 5 of them. And so with the frozen relic, I am now able to craft, what was it? Crystal amulet, maybe? I would if I had more royal steel. Yeah, I would need royal steel for that as well. We are crafting some royal steel currently. But let's go ahead and start crafting up more of it. Oh, right, I'm low on rubies right now. I believe I did just get a spirit orb. Was there anything else that I need the crystal amulet for? Well, I have enough to craft the crystal boots, so let's get that going. And that'll give us some of our rubies back in the meantime. And for the crystal amulet, yeah, it's just the royal steel. Gain more resources. I guess I have a 75% bonus now, and that would be a 100% bonus, which is kind of a big deal. And so, yeah, I might as well get that ASAP. Oh, my royal steel is also going into my electronics. I just started building more of those and realizing that's consuming royal steel. So I need to be crafting, like, way more royal steel all at once. Which means I need to be getting more rubies and gemstones and things than I am currently getting. So where am I going to find those? I mean, obviously I could just, like, get lucky and possibly get them here, or I could get the robotic shovel, which requires these electronics that I'm trying to make, plastic that I already have, and void rose. Well, maybe we'll get lucky at the market since the items just got restocked. Let's take a look. I will grab the bottled fairies, since they're annoying to collect otherwise. Toxic sludge is kind of a late game thing, but I don't even know what it's used in crafting, so I'm not going to worry about it. Landfill is always valuable. Fiber is cheap and is valuable. And did I already look at this one? Yes. Alright, but there's my crystal boots. So I've got extra dodge chances. And the crystal gloves would require a whole lot more royal clothing. Okay, so I think we have as much as we have, or as much as we're going to get, in terms of being able to attack the dungeon this episode. So I suppose we're ready to go in there. I want to make sure my inventory is as empty as possible, so let me do a little bit more inventory management. And while I was managing inventory, I realized I currently have 2 spirit orbs. Let's go ahead and take a level up. And if one of the skills is called management, I need it. Or do I already have management? Because I thought it was up here over to the right somewhere. Maybe I'm making up the existence of management. I don't see it right now, but I realized looting, gain more enemy from bosses, and destruction, deal increased damage to bosses. I definitely need that before we go into a boss battle. So I'm definitely going to take that. And I guess with my other skill point, I might as well get extra loot from the bosses as well. So let's take this level up and devote it to looting. And we'll also see what the final skill point is over here. It's gluttony. Gain more energy when eating, gain experience from eating. Okay. Not all that interesting to me. Okay, but no more putting it off. I'm going to try to fight the final boss of this area once again. We did this way back in an early episode, and we weren't quite ready then, but we are now. I realized I'm accustomed when I have a sword that I'm going to be using to having a macro where my thumb button on my mouse switches me over to my sword. I don't have that ready, so let me go set that up. Well, rats. When I was mapping my hotkey macro thing, I stopped the recording and I forgot to start it. And I just realized you'd missed the boss battle. It honestly was not all that interesting. I held down the button with my sword and kept him frozen in place I had to step out once to eat some fish to heal, but it was actually a really easy battle. Ancient Seal, awarded to those who beat the Ancient Tomb. And we get a Spirit Orb. Apologies for the fact that you guys missed a couple of minutes of exciting battle there. But it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be because we're actually pretty overpowered. Do I want more experience level ups? I think I still do. There are still more skills I want to unlock. So let us do such things. Locomotives I've never used. Engineering is what? Droids will be super good. I will want them at some point. Void Steel I'm also going to need at some point. We don't really need more Starfalls. And the power plants, I'm still not sure about working around the bugs. So let's go ahead and unlock droids for now. And my industrial structures will work faster. And it also unlocks EMP grenades, which could be interesting. Other than the Spirit Orb, it looks like we also got Thunderstrike potions. Drink it to become zapped, damaging enemy, and harvesting resources. Those sound like fun. We'll have to play around with them in a little bit. Or we could play around with them now, potentially. First off, let me make sure that I'm cooking up all the things I need to be cooking up in my various crafting stations. If I wanted more Spirit Orbs, purple pigment is currently the thing that I'm behind on. So let's go ahead and cook up a couple more of those. And sure, I'm not sure exactly how Thunderstrike works. I think it works kind of like you're constantly firing the Thunder Rod, but let's try it out. Thunderbound. Thunder arcs off of you. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. Neat. Alright, so wherever I'm walking around, I'm just constantly putting out a damage field that's harvesting resources and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Let's try using Shrine. Hoarder, or Dexterous. Hoarder's really good. Resources drop double items. Items are collected instantly. So I can collect lots of items with my Thunder Rod plus my Thunder Potion or whatever, and we're going to be getting double, and we're covered by like 4 lighthouses, so that's making it like octuple or something. So I'm going to get tons of stuff while I clear all of this out. So I will spend a little bit of time gathering up some resources while the resources are aplenty. And while I was gathering up those resources, this shrine has reset. So let's clear off this island really quick, and then see if possibly we can get lucky with getting an excavator over here, perhaps. Industrious or Hoarder again. I guess we'll take Industrious since we already have the Hoarder buff going. And so my crafting stations will work more quickly, which is nice. I need to make sure that they're all crafting. This guy needs to be working on some more... let's have him work on plastic for a while for a change of pace. And is there anything that you could be working on? Oh, I have the resources for the Crystal Pickaxe, but it requires a Royal Steel, which I didn't want to spend because I was saving that for... Rats. What was I saving the Royal Steel for? I don't remember, but I'm sure I'm going to need more of it. So I'm going to continue cooking more of it up. Royal Steel went into a few things. This Hoarder bonus is really nice because items just automatically go into my inventory, so I don't need to worry about them lying on the ground or having to mouse over them. So it's really great for just running around the map and having lots of items come to you. And with the combination of a bow, which now deals a lot of damage, and so it's like one-shotting trees, and my Thunder Rod, I'm able to clear islands, like this desert island, very quickly, and that will expose a bunch of digging spots that I can then use my shovel on, and hopefully we'll get some more rubies and other things that I need for crafting royal clothing and such. And I don't know why it only just occurred to me, but I'm pretty sure I could go back in here and fight this boss again, so I might as well do that on camera, and then I can show it to you. Alright, so I have to push some blocks around in order to gain access. Oh, neat! My Thunderstrike potion also electrifies these little door gadgets. And since that's still going, sometimes it opens a door for me and I don't even need to use my Thunder Rod. That's pretty cool. I'll have to remember that. If I get Thunder Rod or Thunder Strike potions in the future, I could use them as kind of like early access into here. Okay, let's heal all the way up and switch to the sword. So basically we're going to freeze this guy and keep him under wraps. I've already held him halfway. I froze him again. Alright, he finally gets a chance to spawn some other bad guys, but that was it. Okay, that was the battle. That time it was even faster than previous because I guess I still have my Thunder Strike thing going. So that was dealing even more damage to the boss. But in any case, now you got to see a little bit of the boss battle on camera, so I feel less bad about accidentally forgetting to hit the recording button again. I don't have an obelisk going, so I'm going to activate the foraging obelisk. And do I have the ability to make a cooking pot just yet? I don't recall. Building... It's not a farm thing. It's not an industrial thing, or I don't have it. And it's not a magical thing. I do have the ability to make the sigil maker now, but that's mostly for crafting stuff for some final bosses who are quite difficult, who I'm not ready for just yet. So we'll hold off on that. Speaking of, there's one of the boss sigils, but it's very expensive. My inventory is currently full, so I need to drop off things before I'll be able to purchase anything from the market. Okay, my inventory has improved a bit, so let's see. I don't really need any of that. Bottled oil, sure, I'll take it. I'll take the berries so I can make more fishing traps when I need them. And the bottled milk I think I'm unlikely to actually need. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything we really need there. The demon wallet, if I got another golden egg, I would be able to get. Are there any chickens that have gathered over here near the, what do you call? There are. Let's go ahead and try to get some eggs out of these chickens. And then kill them. They're all standing on top of one another, so I'll just farm them one by one. Alright, that was all the animals that had been lured over there, so I think we're going to need another one of those scrolls that farms more animals. If I want to get lucky with that. Because no golden eggs in my inventory right now. So since it seems like we're not getting a better wallet right at the moment, I'm going to grab some of the cash out of my wallet and see... Yeah, I could buy another land, so let's do it. Oh, this is an interesting one. This is one where we get to make a sacrifice. So let's kill some bad guys down here. Hey, he came after my cow. You saw him. How rude. Alright, need to make it over here. And also need to deal with these fools. We have so many hit points. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I have ballistas kind of defending this, though, to help just kind of wear them down. But this is some kind of like demon altar. Choose a boon. Termination. Lose 1 max heart. Gain droids and grenades. Or avarice. Lose 1 max heart. Gain a bunch of coins and gems. Both are good, but droids are really fun. So I'm going to take termination. Alright, so I got 10 EMP grenades, and now I have a droid whose name is Kitty! That's great. Droids basically can walk around. They're kind of like little summoned entities. They follow you around. They'll occasionally attack enemies or try to mine things. They can pick up items that are on the ground, and so if I'm over here... let's see if I can witness that. So there's some coal. Well, I just used my mouse cursor to aim at it. So there's some coal on the ground over there. Oh, it got automatically picked up somehow. Not sure exactly how, actually. Another thing the droids can do is they can farm animals. So if there's a chicken over here and he has any eggs in him, yeah, the droid, I didn't press the button to interact with the chicken. The droid just noticed the chicken was there and got some eggs out of it. So as I'm walking around, like, chickens will get farmed for eggs, for example. Yeah, so that's a cool property of the droid. Droids can also be attached to machines. So for example, if I wanted this to make plastic faster, I can right-click on this and put the droid on it, and the droid will lend his effort to making this particular crafting station craft things faster. And then when I want the droid back, I can just right-click on it again and get the droid back. Yeah, so droids are really useful. They are something that I'm capable of crafting right now, but they would take the resources that I'm trying to spend on other things. So I'm happy to have a droid. And let's see. So I almost have enough electronics. All we would need is the Void Rose. And so if we want to take some more risk, I think we could get our hands on a Void Rose. So I think we will plan on doing that in the very near future. So let's see, I bought one land, and I could certainly buy another if I cashed out some stuff from the bank. So let's go ahead and do that, because I enjoy getting lands. So money for me, money for me. Should be enough to buy land somewhere. Those are super expensive. Those are super expensive. There's one. Middle left. Let's go check out that land I just purchased. What did I get? And can I actually get there? Alright, I built my way over to this new piece of land. Ah, and it just needs one of each of the 4 crystals. Alright, this is an easy puzzle to solve. So I need a ruby, an emerald, a whatchamacallit, and a whatchamajigger. So let's go grab them. So I put one of each of those in my inventory, and so I need to put a ruby here. And I need to put an emerald here. And I need to put an amethyst here. Oops. And I need to put a topaz here. Ta-da! And I'm rewarded with Skeleton Mask. Basic skeletons don't attack you anymore. Nice. Skeletons will still attack various structures and things, but I don't have to worry about them attacking me directly. So that's just a little nice quality of life kind of thing. Craft 10,000 items. I'm an artisan. We have another shrine that's ready to go, so let's see what we get. Scholar or merchant? I'll take scholar once again. And hey, I got another wizard scroll. That's great. Let's go over here and turn all of these things into animals if we can. With this. Da-da-da-da-da! And now watch, my droid will go around and farm all the sheep for their fiber, or farm all the chickens for their eggs. So many animals, so many resources to gather. And the droid will do it all for me. Hooray! Good job, droid. I appreciate you. Alright, we also got some sage scrolls, so I think I can level up off of this with my experience. Oh, very close. Almost leveled up. The market's just restocked. I'll buy the glass. I'm not sure I really need it at this point. Once again, I'll also buy the lavender and even the emeralds at this point. And I'll buy the fiber. Meat skewer. I think I need 5 of them for the cooking thing. And yeah, while we're thinking of it, let's actually go take a look. Hello, bad guys. Goodbye, bad guys. Let's go take a look inside here and see how many more cooking things there are. There's actually still a few. Meat skewers were something that I need 5 of, so I'll go ahead and stick those in there. But we'll definitely need to get a hold of our cooking pot. And with archaeology, remind me, there's only 2 things left in here. And I have one of them, the frozen relic. So all I need is the dinosaur egg, which I might be able to dig up just with a shovel. But I almost have the robotic shovel, and we might be able to get the robotic shovel if I get some void roses. And I might be able to get void roses by going into the void portal. So let me get my inventory appropriately sorted so that we can try to go on an adventure. Oh, it turns out I have all the ingredients for Hellfire Glyphs to increase experience. So let's go ahead and get that thing crafting. I'm still just trying to manage my inventory. And I'd like to make a bunch more animals, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a druid scroll to spawn natural resources around me. Lots of trees and things. And then I'm going to use a wizard scroll to transform them into animals. There we go. Lots more chickens. I can get lots more eggs. And we'll have plenty of cows for hide if we ever need them. And there's lots of sheep as well to get some extra fiber. Okay, that was fun. And sure, we'll get ourselves the foraging obelisk once again. So many eggs. Did we get any golden eggs? I don't think we did. That's too bad. One of these times we'll get lucky. Hellfire glyphs. XP increased by 75%. Hooray. So once upon a time, there was a void portal for sale at the market, and I purchased it. It will bring us to a crazy land that's kind of scary, but I think we're going to dive in and see how it goes. Void portal. Boom. Alright. I'm going to go in just with this and see how it goes. It takes us to a new zone. Defeat all the enemies before the time runs out. One of the things that's in this zone, in addition to some new enemies, are void roses, which are one of the things I need for the robotic shovel. So I want to make sure that I collect up some void roses while I can. But basically, if we defeat all the enemies in enough time, then we'll be able to just kind of harvest all the resources on the screen. There's like 10 different levels that get more and more difficult as time goes on. And it's mostly just kind of variations on the same types of monsters that we've seen before, as well as some new resources, such as these void roses. There's a skeleton, so let's get him. Great. And it says that there's 5 enemies left, and we have 1:30 to kill them all. So I think we'll be able to get them. Alright, you go away. You go away as well. These skeletons are just kind of normal enemies, along with the demons. 2 enemies left. Alright, there's another demon who I'll annihilate from afar. And a final demon. Great. Having done that, we get an exit portal. But I can also take my time and mine all the resources here. And so I'm going to do that and mine up literally everything that's here, because there's a lot of good resources in the zone, including perhaps some other new things. So here's one of the other new resources. If I try to break this crazy giant rock, we will discover I get Voidstone, which I did purchase some from the market, but now I'm actually harvesting it in the void. There's also, for example, super giant resources filled with gold, like this right here. 46 gold ore. Very nice. And once I'm done harvesting resources, or have just gotten bored with it, I can simply exit through the portal, and that'll bring me to the next layer of the void, where we have even more enemies to fight. More skeletons, more demons, and perhaps even some of those electronic enemies will fire lasers at me and different things. Also some of these crazy, kind of like upgraded, whatever that animal is that I would get hides from back in the real world. That guy. He'll come rushing at you and deal some damage, so be careful. Alright, more skeletons, more demons. And I guess I could be using my sword here as well to attack multiple enemies at once, potentially. Since the sword freezes guys, it does make me pretty well protected from most guys' attacks, since I can often freeze them in place. And my droid is also helping protect me a little bit as well, by just kind of firing at everything that moves and also everything that doesn't move, such as the various rocks and ores and whatnot. Hello, skeleton. Enjoy the sword. Alright, we killed the last enemy. Yeah, I could harvest resources until my heart's content. But I'm kind of curious how far I could get through this. There's some kind of achievement if you get through all 10 levels. I'm not sure if we're strong enough to get through all 10 levels, but we can give it a shot. So I'll just harvest a little bit more of this stuff. Here are the resources I've already managed to collect. 91 of these, 55 void roses. I think those will keep us in good shape for a while. So let's go deeper and see how long I can stay alive. Okay, that level also was not too challenging. I managed to kill the enemies with plenty of time left. Okay, the next level has these electronic guys who'll fire lasers at me and possibly jump around and summon other bad guys. So a little bit more danger here. But once again, if I fight at range, I'm usually in pretty good shape. Got a dodge there, terrific. Hey, I got a level up. Nice. So far the enemies on this level are really not proving to be too challenging. Oh, and here's a new item. I managed to dig up something. Let's see. I don't need rocks. We can sell them. I managed to dig up Onyx Relic. Shiny and pitch black. You can tell it's valuable. Nice. It was in a digging spot in this level. I wonder if I could dig up any more, just at random, if I dug some more digging spots here. Yeah, not right now. Alright, I'm gonna move on. We got some kind of achievement for reaching level 5. Great. I'm gonna try to knock out all the enemies in here as well. And just staying at range and using the Thunder Rod is proving to be a very effective strategy. Hey, and by completing the 5th level, I got a treasure chest. Let's see what's inside after I grab a Void Rose. It's a bunch of resources that I can't fit in my inventory. So let's throw away some jelly, and a single emerald, and a bunch of meat that I was never going to do anything with other than sell anyway, and collect those resources. So I got uranium and toxic sludge. Very nice. Continuing on to the next level. Alright, that level had more enemies, but I don't know that it had more difficult enemies. It also has new resources. There's these rocks that drop more uranium, so I guess it's uranium ore rocks or something. They look like this. They're all glowy. On to the next level. Let's see if it's just more enemies, more of the same. Yeah, it seems that this level has just proven to be more of the same types of enemies. And still very easy to take care of using just the Thunder Rod at a distance. Every time you kill all the enemies, the portal opens. You can stick around and harvest some resources if you want, but I'm just going to try to move forward and see if we can get all the way to the end. Alright, back to killing bad guys. By the way, there's a time limit for killing all the enemies. If you run out of time, you just get sent back to the real world. And if you die, I believe you also just get sent back to the real world. I have taken some damage here, but I've got plenty of cooked fish that I'm using to heal up when I do take damage. And there's just one enemy left, but we only have 30 seconds to find him. The skeletons can sometimes be difficult to find, because some of them are hiding kind of like underneath the ground until you walk past them. To kind of like coerce them to come up. There he is. Okay, so I managed to kill that guy as well. Great. So we'll grab some more resources and see if we get lucky digging up in this digging spot, or this digging spot. And then let's continue on to the next level. I don't remember if there's 10 or 15 levels. Alright, I'm editing out all the combat in this area because it's honestly more tedious than anything. Hey, we reached level 10! Okay. And then, yeah, level 10 has this boss again, as well as like a gazillion other enemies. And so we're probably just going to die here, but I'll try to kill him. But yeah, he's going to be like summoning more bad guys, and I can quickly go and try to eat some food to try to stay alive. But yeah, he summons a bunch of bad guys, and so now there's like 10 guys shooting at me at the same time. But I killed the big guy. Hold on. I might be able to pull this off. Okay, lots of guys firing at me. But if I can freeze some of them, then I could probably start hitting the rest of them at range. Okay, this actually could go somewhere. Oh, and he's... Wow! Look at all these potions. Hold on. I need to sell some things that I don't need to be holding so that I can pick up all this stuff. Sure. Let's drink a Thunderstrike potion. Thunderbound. Thunder arcs off you. That'll help me kill all the stragglers in here, and maybe we can actually complete this level, which is something I've never done before. I thought this level was kind of like intended to just be all of a sudden like insanely difficult, so that you wouldn't be able to ever get it done, but maybe that's not the case. Maybe I will be able to get it done with all the resources that we have. Sure, I'll use my bow while my Thunder Rod is recharging. How many enemies are there? There's 22 enemies left? Alright, this seems plausible. I only have less than a minute though, so I really need to hurry. So let's be killing as much as possible, as fast as possible. Glad that thunder is arcing off of me, and so it's sometimes killing enemies on my behalf, even that I haven't seen them yet. Alright, and let's use my sword some as well. That's also a good weapon. 8 enemies left in 20 seconds. I might be able to pull this off. Where are the rest of the enemies hiding? Oh, enemies, where art thou? Here's one. Are they up here? Here's one. Here's one. Great. There's some more bad guys. And there's one up here. Oh! Did I do it? Enemies left. It says I have 0 time. It didn't kick me out. Like, that was very close. Oh, looks like I got the treasure chest. Neat. Okay. Alright, I got tons of resources for that. So I think maybe that means I did it. Just in time. Alright, that's super cool. I'm going to mine up a little bit more resources just because I can. And then I'm going to leave this place and count my blessings. Alright, more void stone for me. And I'll dig up one more thingy-ma-do here. There we go. Okay, let's exit. Oh, there is more levels, okay. And yeah, okay, now there's multiple bosses. Okay, it does just get insanely more difficult. So I'm totally going to die here. So this time I'm just going to be willing to take the death. And we'll get sent back to the real world, but with a lot of resources, and we'll feel good about ourselves. You made it to level 11. And there's some kind of leaderboard or something. Press any button to return. Okay, I shall. Cool. Oh, we still have our Thunderstrike going. I'm probably going to have broken this up into multiple episodes, because I wasn't expecting to make it that far and for this to last that long. So I guess while I have Thunderstrike going, I should probably bring it over here and harvest lots of resources with it. And let's see, my inventory is also very full, so it would be great if I were able to pick up things. So let me make a quick detour over to somewhere where I know I can drop some things off. I can drop off some precious gemstones, for example, to free up a couple of inventory slots. And it looks like there might be an inventory slot free in here just to dump some toxic sludge, for example. And yeah, as for the rest, I've got a few free inventory slots now, and so I think we'll be okay for a moment. And I'm going to take a risk and activate a shrine, just in case we get Hoarder. Colonist and Merchant, ooh. Not the ideal time for either of these. I guess I'll take Colonist, because I do want to purchase more lands, but that means I need to put together some money and actually go and make some purchases. So let's do that, even though we have some other awesome buffs going as well. Alright, so get all the money. Yeah, basically once you have access to shrines, it almost only makes sense to ever buy lands again while you have the Colonist buff active, because 50% discount is something you really can't turn down. So let's see about buying land. I could buy a few of them here. Sure. Let's buy that one, and that one. Oh, it has a free shrine on it. And that one. So there are 3 more lands I just managed to buy. And let's make our way down to the other shrine. Well, do I want to do that right now? I've got 3 new lands. There is a shrine there. I might get the Hoarder buff, which would be useful while I've got all these other things going. So I think I will walk down there and try activating that other shrine. We'll take the risk. Does this old man have a quest for us? You make my face hurt with panic. I'm sorry, not sorry about not liking you. Alright. Excavator and Scholar. I'll just take Scholar. And we'll get an experience bonus. Alright, so there's a new cave entrance over there that we'll have to explore in a future episode. And then there was also something further over to the left. Let's also eat some food before we die. My awesome droid is farming up a bunch of these animals for me, which I appreciate. Let's build some bridges. over to this new island, which I think is the one over here. Yeah, this looks like a new place. And so what's going on in this crazy place? Oh, there are what appear to be some kind of torch brackets, and so I think we need a fire rod to set all of these different torches on fire, and then it's going to drop us a treasure chest that probably contains a spirit orb. And the fire rod might be something that we get out of that new cave down in the south that we just unlocked. So that can perhaps be something that we'll also look forward to in a future episode. Try and get the fire rod. Ah, so many animals. So many things to harvest. Factory. You should be crafting electronics, please. Yeah, do that. And, right, if I had plastic, which I'm about to, and I probably just put it into electronics, hold on. No, electronics don't take plastic. What takes plastic? Why do I only have 4 or 5 plastic? I must have used it on something else. I want to go ahead and get my robotic shovel made, because that's been our goal for a while, and I want to have it done. But it's not meant to be just yet. Alright, but the plastic is mere moments away. Also, I see that the shrine over here is about to reset. But I think my plastic's going to come in first. No, it's actually going to take a while for all that plastic to cook. I didn't realize how much time was left on its crafting bar. So let's activate this shrine. Order or colonist? I guess let's take order. And that means I'll automatically gather items and gain double. And we're going to end up with tons and tons of resources. And it's going to be great. Okay, there's my plastic. So finally I can craft the robotic shovel. Hooray. I think that's a good place to call this an episode. So I'm going to say, I hope as always that you all are having a great day. You can see why I call this kind of like a veg out casual game, because even those boss battles in difficult areas, when you have an item such as the Thunder Rod that can attack things at a distance, it's really not all that difficult to deal with most everything. But it's still a fun game. Alright, have a great day everybody, and I'll see you when I see you.